Welcome and thanks for joining 2K Sports for a Friday night full of NBA action. We've got the visitors facing the home team. With two Hall of Famers, Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce, our reporter. These two teams love to share the ball. Now, Doris, you were a gifted passer, a conference assist leader. What makes a great playmaker?
Well, look at Brian Anderson doing his homework on his partner here. I think, obviously, you have to have some vision. You've got to have a handle to be able to get to the spots you want to on the floor, to deliver the pass at the appropriate angle. But maybe most importantly, you have to have a desire to make your teammates better.
Now here's Young. Three-pointer. And Ayton pulls it down. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Texas foul call.
And now we've got an intentional foul.
He's not playing within himself. 2 fouls in less than a minute. He's got to dial it back some.
Pass to Holmgren. Now George. Shot clock at 5. Here's Ayton. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
This guy, a relentless force on the glass. DeAndre Ayton going to work and getting the putback.
Let's send it out to Allie LaForce, who caught up with head coach Darko Rajakovic. Allie?
I asked him about the many difficulties that Kevin Durant presents to a defense. His coach said with most guys, you can force them left or right or send help. With Kevin, he can always shoot over the top of you. Sometimes you feel helpless in that regard. Not a lot of solutions for a 7-foot sharpshooter, guys.
Okay. Prime shot is off. Here's George. Jackson on the wing. To the wing, right side. Back to Ayton. And Ayton with the stuff.
Well, Mr. Ayton decides, why just lay it up when you can finish with authority?
Doris, we've heard Paul George get a lot of praise from the next generation of NBA talent.
We sure have, and it's easy to see why, Brian. This guy is fundamentally sound. He does a little bit of everything. Can shoot with range, can get off the bounce. His game is so polished and smooth, worthy of emulation. Wow, that's a big-time power play by Quentin Grimes. Nice finish.
Jackson outside. Yes, sir, and it's Paul with the assist that time.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Now here's Young. Here's Grimes. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Well, he's 6'5" with a strong frame. Mr. Grimes is not afraid of little contact, folks.
Quentin Grimes. Taking 2 shots.
And he's good on the second. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes play. Now here's George. Back to Ayton. 5 to shoot. Jackson outside. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Texas trails by 8. Durant looking around. Pass to Young. There's the 3. Another miss. He's 0 for 2 now. Inside. Here's Ayton. And Ayton with the stuff.
The offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
They have used their size and their strength to get off any shot they want. They've dominated on the interior. Boy, A wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Here's George. That one is off. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Texas. It's a 10-point game. Three-pointer, O'Neal. Counted from distance.
Grimes rhymes with dimes. On time right there.
Now ball. No points yet. Down low. And the big finish by Holmgren.
And just a great screen.
And they got a high-powered finish out of it.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Now here's O'Neal. Lets it go from deep. The shot that time not on target.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
He gets it in there. Holmgren's gotten his second bucket.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Reed sets a screen. Left side Durant. Pass to Grimes. He takes it in. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. .46 seconds left in the first quarter here. Here's George. To the paint. And Ayton with the stuff.
And early on, they've been on a tear. Just getting whatever they want offensively.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip. And guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Here's Grimes. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Reed.
That's miscommunication, and we rarely see that happen.
We've got 22 seconds left in the opening quarter. Jackson. And the layup falls. Jackson's got 5 now.
All 5 guys are in sync. Their ball movement is flawless.
Outside O'Neal. No good. Had a chance to win the run there. Here's George. Good. He has 6.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, they came out with a physical presence and made rebounding a priority.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
Well, Doris, you look back over the history of the NBA, hard to find a better scorer than KD.
Oh, BA, he is unequivocally on the short list of the greatest scorers the league has ever seen. You think about guys, when you think about KD, guys that can create their own shot and hit from anywhere on the floor. You couple that with the size and the release point and the skill with the ball. Kevin Durant is a problem, folks.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. There's Young with the 3. And that comes off the assist by Durant. Young's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Ice tray, looking cool as ever, just draining it.
Pass to Ayton. Back to George. From the high post, Kevin Durant with a rebound.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Reed with it. Takes the 3. And another 3 for Texas.
3 points.
They've got some ground to make up, and shooting the 3-ball more consistently like they are now should help them do it.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Paul George spent some time talking about his idol. He said, the person who motivated me as a kid was Kobe Bryant. Growing up in Southern California, watching him every day, I wanted to emulate him. I attacked the game the same way he did, trying to work on every deficiency, play both ends, and be a competitor.
His impact lives on, Allie. Outside O'Neal. Outside Reed. Young from long range. Doesn't go that time.
Yeah, and it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is.
George outside. No one near him. Texas with a rebound.
And the defense gets bailed out by the miss. He usually converts that.
How about the body control Kevin Durant has? My goodness gracious. Takes the punishment and makes the shot anyway.
Texas making a switch here. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. And we've seen the league ramp up the series model where teams play each other in the same arena twice in a row. What do you think, Doris?
DA, I absolutely love this. And more importantly, the coaches seem to engage highly in it because they feel to a certain degree it brings you a level of almost playoff-like repetition.
Here's George with the drive. Oh, and the dunk by George.
Oh, Paul George, let him hear you with that finish. That is nicely done.
Outside Durant. Launches a three. No good on the shot. Fast break. Here we go. George's shot is good.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
Pass to Durant. To the inside. And he dunks it down.
Kevin Durant sees the game as well as any player. With his size and vision, that combination is lethal.
Kicks it out to Jackson. 4-3. George, right side. Screen by Holmgren. Out to the right wing. Texas with a rebound.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
Natase with a screen. Here's Grimes. Goes back up. Right side, Young. Fearless Trae Young.
Nice work inside from Young. Not afraid of trying his luck down there.
.133 left to play in the second quarter. Ayton. And Grimes pulls it down. Texas trails by 8. To the middle. Here's O'Neal. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
The D hasn't been quick enough to react to the ball inside. That's helped cause this run.
Pass to Holmgren. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
1:04 left in the second quarter. Here's George. Buries the jump shot. George has got 6 here in the quarter.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
Pass to Batase. Back to Young. The rebound by Jackson.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
George's shot is off. Here's Texas with the ball. They're on a 15-6 run. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Durant. Durant draws the double. Back to O'Neal. 6 to shoot. The kick out to Young. Outside Durant. Lets the three fly. And the first half now in the books. They They lead by 8. And time now for the half. 2K Sports. And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. And so it's Young with it. He brings it up for Texas. Trailing by 8. And Kevin Durant is arguably the greatest scoring forward ever. What makes KD so incredible, Doris?
BA, this game better go into triple overtime if I've got to list everything that makes this guy special. Size, elite shooting, ability to handle the ball at 7 feet, put it on the deck, get past, finish in traffic, rebound. You need me to guard every single position on the defensive end? I can do that. I could go on all night. How much time we got, BA?
One of the all-time greats, Kevin Durant, the Slim Reaper. Outside Durant. Batase with a screen. Back to Young. Just 4 to shoot. Pass to Durant. Tries it from 16.
Kevin Durant.
That's in. Coming off an assist from Young.
The confidence of Kevin Durant. He gets it and takes the shot. Very simple. Catch and shoot, baby.
Now here's Holmgren. Back to ball. Jackson outside. Fires for 3. On target from range. Jackson's got 8.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Pass to Batase. Sends it home from three-point land. Batase's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Inside. Ayton. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now.
Don't let DeAndre Ayton get comfortable. This guy is a problem on the interior.
Outside Young. There's the block. Here we go. Here's George. And George with the jam.
The speed in transition. Paul George is dynamic in space.
And timeout is called by Brian Keefe. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Texas making a switch here.
Number 34.
To the wing on the left. Here's Grimes. And he drew the blocking foul. So he'll go to the line to shoot a pair.
Well, Quentin Grimes remains a young player who is defense first. He can be a lockdown guy, and he's just continuing to build confidence offensively.
And so he hits both. Boy, you love how guys are making plays for one another here.
Yeah, just a balanced attack, a total team effort.
Here's George. Here he goes. And he drops in the layup off the glass. George has got 4 points this quarter.
Paul George's ability to put the ball on the floor and drive it balances out his shooting. So important to have both.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Brian, there are some players who felt the 65-game requirement for postseason awards was too high. The NBA's executive VP and head of operations, Joe Dumars, said, quote, "You're still allowed to miss 20% of the season. People pay to go, and they want to see their stars play." Brian, it's all about the fans.
True enough, Allie. Thanks. Pass to O'Neal. Back to Young. Here's the 3. And again, no good by Texas. Here's George. Texas with a rebound. Outside Reed. From the arc. It's rebounded by Najee. It's George on the wing. 16 points for him. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. George has got 18 points in the game.
Boy, you have to love his demeanor today. Paul George has been dialed in, nothing distracting him.
Pass to Grimes. The 3. Ball with the rebound.
open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot, but better luck next time, maybe.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Ball left side. And a miss there on the triple. Texas trails by 10. And Naz Reid has proven to be a matchup nightmare for opposing big men, Doris.
He has, B.A., and the reason is he's bigger and stronger than most 4 men. Traditional 5s are too slow to stay with him. He can space you out to the three-point line, or he can punish you on the inside. Naz has got big-time game. Oh, he is absolutely unstoppable right now. Paul George in rhythm. Look out.
Pass to Reid. Out left to the wing. Here's Grimes. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Grimes has got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, Grimes has the frame to work down low. I like when he gets inside.
Outside Walker. George, right side. From the elbow. Good. He hits the jumper. George has got 22 points.
I'll tell you, this lead's not going anywhere with this guy making plays. What a quarter.
Young looking over the floor. Pass to Grimes. Off the mark. Had a chance there to trim it to single digits. George for 3. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
That is a huge three-pointer. Extends the lead at the last possible second. That'll give him a big boost going into the 4th period.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. To the paint. Here's Ayton. Kicks it out to Jackson. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson.
Yeah, he loses concentration just for a moment. Might be getting a little complacent sitting on this lead.
Outside Young. Out to the wing. From outside the arc. And Ayton pulls it down.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And so it's Durant who brings up the ball for Texas. 15-point game. Oh, Durant, an absolute sniper.
Here in the second half, you see they've gone to the long ball to try to keep up.
Pass to Ayton. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Ayton uses his length to his advantage. No doubt on the dunk.
Here's Durant. Comes up empty from 19 feet out. George drives in. And the layup is good off the glass. George has got 27 points.
Their interior D continues to look shaky. Not a good matchup for them right now.
Back to Young. The basket. Oh, Young aggressive on the drive.
It's amazing what Young can do out there offensively. He just reads the defense so well.
George feels it out a bit. To the left side wing. From deep, Holmgren. Reid with the rebound. Texas trails by 14. Here's Durant. That's bucket number 5. He's 5 for 12 now.
Well, he had trouble making shots in the first period, but rounding into himself here in the second.
George for 3. Kevin Durant with a rebound. Pass to Grimes. Back to Durant. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to be on DeAndre Ayton.
Well, the length and size of Kevin Durant make him a prime target on the interior. So good at forcing the issue close to the basket.
You know, Grant, we've seen career performances in the play-in tournament, but the stats don't count for regular season or the playoffs.
You know, that's crazy, B.A. So let's just count them as playoff stats. It used to be only 3 rounds instead of 4, so there is a precedent to adding more games to the official postseason.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
O'Neal on the wing. Outside Durant. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
Ooh, talk about a way to deflate the team.
Well, I think it kills your energy and it certainly kills your momentum.
We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. Oh, Durant with a steal. Outside O'Neal. Back to Durant. Oh, George with a steal. Launches it. Sinks it from distance. George has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And looking to shoot as many threes as possible. This kind of confidence, impressive to see.
Fires the 3. They grab their own miss. Here's Grimes. Pass to Durant. Back to Reed. 6 on the shot clock. Another shot. And he gets that one.
Well, there's a reason Kevin Durant is finding the basketball late in the clock because he's proven he can make those shots under pressure.
George. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
He took the contact and had an opportunity to drain it.
And we've got a timeout from Brian Keefe. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. That's good from George. Well, Grant, you often hear about how smooth Paul George's game is.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Young players could learn a lot by watching his footwork. His timing, his ability to find the space he needs, it's just tremendous.
Here's Durant. Durant with another miss. George for 3. And that's collected by Trae Young. And so it's Young with it. He brings it up for Texas. Trailing by 13. Outside Durant. There's the triple. That doesn't go either for Durant. Here's George. On the take. And the jam by George.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
George's shot is off. Texas trails by 15. Here's Young. Chalk up 2 there.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Pass to George. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. George has got 36 points.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
As great a scorer as KD is, he's always been willing to make that extra pass. Nice look from him.
Ball with it. Up top, Jackson. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Texas ball.
We've got 13 seconds left in the game. And so they get the victory here at home.